Right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Comes in, fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot, off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone, that is a touchdown!
In and oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Oh, Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Comes in, fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot, off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone, that is a touchdown!
In.
And we welcome you inside of Bryant University's track and field complex here for an Ncll game of the week as the number 7 Bryant Bulldogs take on the number 4 Brown Bears. Matt Gillis in the broadcast with you. Thanks so much for tuning in wherever you might be as we are set and underway here in the first quarter of action. 15-minute running clock. We'll stop it inside of the final 2 of the second quarter if there is a 2-goal or less differential, as that one is scooted along for Brown by the 23 of Sultan Daniels. Daniels will wrap that run around backside axes. That Bryant is on defense here to start this game. Bryant's bench is going to be considerably more deeper than Brown's bench. We'll see how that plays over the course of the game as Dave Mariani scoops that one up for the Bulldogs. Down the far side, near side of the bench. Long pull defense there from the 12 of Riley Wilson. As Wilson will come back across the midfield line, Bryant will set this up offensively. Michael Van Lulig. Luling down to X. Wrap to the back side for the 30 of Tanner McLaughlin. They're going to come all the way back up top. Van Luling again. Luling cuts inside. Pushed from behind. Ball comes free. No call from the referees. Giappetta will pick that up. McLaughlin. Consiglio for Harry Pulowski. Intercepted, and Brown will take this one the other direction. Look at a set cutter in the middle was the 8 of Miles Dolphin. Loose ball and scooped up by the Bulldogs. Billy Gardner from distance, and that one hit traffic, may have gotten a piece of the post, came back. Can be moved along by the Brown Bears. 2 teams in the top 10 in the Division II NCLL rankings have been for most of the season. Brown coming in at the 4, Bryant at the 7 on Bryant's home turf for the final home game of the season, looking to try to put a punch before the playoffs. Thomas Ferrucci. That one will bounce long and it will stay with the Bulldogs as position available for Tanner McLaughlin. A beautiful Friday evening here in Smithfield, Rhode Island. 81 degrees. And a little bit of a wind blowing through as that one is caught. Save there from Grant Landon and net for the Bears. Landon sends that one all the way down. As they try to transition inside, looking that time for the 9 of Simon Azar. And the Bulldogs defense comes up with it. Frucci trying to move it along. Now we're going to get the whistle and a flag thrown. Contact to the head will be the call. And it's the 23 of Sultan Daniels trotting to the penalty box. He'll go in for 1 minute. So Bulldogs on offense and the man up, Consiglio. We'll get things started up high. The 92 of Keo Kyriakos. Kyriakos for Wildman. Wildman. Blowski from distance, and that one save made by Landon. Geppetta chases it to the backside line. And he'll pick that one up. So Bryant continues. Wildman going to the deck, trying to pull up high. And Bryant has attempted that shot about 4 or 5 times already here in the first quarter. No luck. Bears from the 8 of Dolphin. Connor Purcell. As Purcell gets pressured out as to try to cut back inside now. And that one hit the back of Wilson. Will get flicked by Fine. And can be carried out of the zone by the 5, or sorry, it might be the actually 6 of Aiden Hill. And it was the 6 of Aiden Hill for the 22 of Brian Wildman. And now the Bulldogs will set on offense. Van Luling. Pesci. Back for Pesci again. Van Luling. No one around him, so he'll easily be able to pick that one up. We'll look to cut inside, long distance, save made by Landon. (26) of Ethan Ohayan for Daniels. Penalty box is empty, back to even strength. 8.5 left to go here in the first. Dolphin. Dolphin shot, score! Miles Dolphin hits the first of the night, and the Bears are on the board 1-0. So Bulldogs with a little bit of work to do now as they go back to center for the face-off. It's the 22 of Brian Wildman for the Bulldogs. Wildman got the flick backwards. He'll win that face-off. Billy Gardner collects it back to Wildman to get started on offense for Bryant. Wildman himself carrying through. Wildman collides and still held control of the ball. Long distance attempt from McPherson, and that one saved by Landon. Picked up by Peters. Spencer Peters bumped, came right back into the stick of McPherson. Settled with Consiglio. They go far side corner, Prucci. Consiglio up top. McPherson. He goes down in the corner for the two of Chiappetta. Whistle. And an illegal from Bryant. So it'll be Brown ball. Loose ball picked up by Chiappetta right on the doorstep and knocked away with Peters. Whistle on the play as the ball out of the boundary line. And McPherson will start it out. Consiglio. Shot by Peters, really the closest of the day Bryant has come. They had an open net as they got Landon drawn. For the aforementioned Peters. Peters and McLaughlin switching at X. Now they're going to push back Chiappetta. Chiappetta going for the wraparound. Ball popped free. Picked back up. Shot. Another save by Landon. Came off the stick of Pulowski. It's the 23 of Daniels the other direction. Sultan Daniels cuts inside. Daniels shot, score. And Sultan Daniels adds the second goal of the game. And it's the second for Brown. They lead 2-0. Loose ball on the faceoff, finally picked up by the Bulldogs. Gardner, for a moment before he got that one to Kyriakos. They'll settle this one up top. Van Luling works there with Pesci. Back up top, Van Luling once again. Pesci will cut inside, little pick from him. He tries to release Van Luling. Pesci goes underneath for Spencer Peters. Kyriakos back at X. And a little pick from Peters. Kyriakos comes on the wraparound. Contact not called from the referees. Back for Peters, and that one will be intercepted as he tried to come up top. Good check inside. Loose ball picked up there by McLaughlin and fired long. Perching on the final 2 to go here in this first quarter. O'Hayan, Ben Ackerman. As Ackerman sends that one into the corner for Simon Azar. Dolphin looking for the wraparound play. Might perhaps. No, that was Dolphin on the wraparound. As that one goes past Azar. Dolphin and Azar both on the back line right now for the Brown Bears. From a little bit of a distance, their numbers both look the same, the 9 and the 8. This is the 9 of Azar. Up top of the 26 of Ohayon. Ohayon. Purcell from distance, and that one flies well to the backside. Without the retention netting that surrounds the back edges of this field, that ball probably would have been in the woods. To the back corner once again, and Brown will have to pick this one up quickly with a minute left to go here in the first. Azar works this one. Official time as the referees on the field, so our clock is an estimate to what we expect it to be, but we're usually pretty darn close. Ben Ackerman tries to go inside. Loose ball picked by Purcell. Purcell tries to go wraparound on the deck, scores. And a 3-0 first quarter for the Brown Bears as we reach the end of the first quarter of play. Top 10 matchup between the number 4 Bears and the number 7 Bryant Bulldogs, looking to be a battle tonight. Can the Bulldogs answer in the second? You're watching Ncll Lacrosse on Fans Only Sports Network.
The ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Ducks in, fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick. Golden!
Taken away on a stretcher shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
The ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Ducks in, fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick. Go!
Second quarter of action in this top 10 matchup from Bryant University, and the Brown Bears have walked into the Bulldogs' den and put a 3 spot in the first period. Bryant needs an answer. We're set and underway here in the second. The scoop up by Pesci will start this one out on offense for the Bulldogs. Chiapetta in the slot as they work with Kyriakos as well. Pesci will come back up top. Peters will loop this one around with Wildman and Pulowski. Wildman. Nowhere for him to go. Sends it across to Pulowski. Kyriakos. Consiglio. Loose ball. Consiglio in a battle with it still. It will get picked up, and we're going to get a whistle And they're going to say Bryant ball, Ncll pushed. So Ncll pushed out of bounds. Therefore, the ball goes to Bryant. Pulowski will start this. Pulowski cuts inside. Shot saved by Landon. He is just reading the Bryant attackers. Coast to coast shot save made by Hall. As there's all sorts of pushing going on, and Bryant is going to pick up the ball on this one. Pulowski will start across the midline for Chiappetta. Frucci. Van Luling. Tate Leverone enters. First time tonight we've called his name. Chiappetta. Peters, and that one got bumped up over top by a Brown player. It's going to stay. Bulldogs ball. Kyriakos will pick it up on the backside line. Kyriakos drops for Chiappetta. Long distance as he tried to throw that one up. Peters got the rebound, and it hits off of a Brown player and goes straight up in the air. May have been the 6 of Pete Peterson who got in the way of that defensively. Or Spencer Peters. Leverone. Chiappetta and Leverone as they play pitch and catch along with Van Luling. Van Luling goes to cut inside. Shot for the corner. Long and Bryant ball. Kyriakos. Peters on the backside line with him. Kyriakos is going to cut this one out. Looking to spin around. Cannot. Van Luling from up top as he works along with Leverone. Peters. That one goes just off the edge. Good offensive possession play here from the Bulldogs, though, as they're holding in their zone. Loose ball will be scooped up by the Bears. Rolling through is the 22 of Neil Ash. Ash trying to go length of the field, lost ball, as that one will be chased to the line by Dolphin. Miles Dolphin. 2 defenders on him. Dolphin has to come all the way out. Gives off to Ackerman. Ackerman will send that across. Dolphin. Shot. Save made by Hall. Quickly moving across the midfield line is Gardner. Set for Chiappetta. 30 of Tanner McLaughlin. There's an open alleyway. And a little lead on his step was Van Luling. Blaze LaValle, and that one went just over top of his outreached stick. So the Brown Bears start this one off. Bulldogs, good offensive possession, still have not been able to convert. Sultan Daniels. Daniels for Purcell. Purcell. Back up top for Ackerman. Now the Bears try to burn clock. With a 3-0 lead here in the second. Purcell. Ackerman. That one deflected. Comes all the way back to midfield. Good defensive play there from Van Luling. The offensive player making a defensive play is trying to scoop that one up his spine. Still a loose ball. And it's going to be Bryant ball. Tanner McLaughlin trying to work quickly as he gives that one to Blaze LaValle, and the Bulldogs are off to the races. LaValle. Consiglio for the 32 of Pesci. Consiglio again for LaValle. They'll send that one all the way down in the corner, Chiappetta. One cutter is all it takes for the Bulldogs. LaValle tried to be that cutter. Couldn't get it to work. Pesci. Inside. And a dunk from Chiappetta doesn't go. Battling for it on the ground. Still loose ball. Push from behind. And they're going to call Bryant ball as, the 2 of Chiappetta was pushed from behind. So Chiappetta from X as he switches around the backside. Chiappetta's going to try to cut it himself. Dropped it in the middle there. Was looking for Consiglio. Flag's going to fly. And Brown is going to get a player sent to the box for the second time today. Cross check called on the 6 of Pete Peterson. And he'll go to the box. Six and a half left to go here in the first half. Bryant looking to get on the scoreboard. Wildman. Kyriakos. Consiglio. As he plays pitch and catch with Spencer Peters in the corner. Consiglio loose ball. Scooped up by the Bears, and it'll be pulled out of the zone here by James Dolan. Dolan gets that one to midfield, picked up and carried along here. Now into the stick of Connor Purcell after he got that one. Purcell. Daniels. 5.5 left to go before the half. Daniels wraps around, has to come all the way back up top. Good press defense there from Billy Gardner. Purcell for Ackerman. Back to Ackerman once again. Daniels cut inside. Ackerman tries to go around. Nowhere for him to go. Wildman, good defense. Riley Wilson. And the 12, good defense there from Wilson for the Bulldogs as they sent it all the way back up top for Ash. Ash is caught up top, so 2 down in the corner was the 9 of Azar. And that one is a long distance attempt. That will go to the Bulldogs as no Brown player in position. 4.5 to the half. Ethan has it. Ethan Hall will send it. Out in the corner for Wilson. Wilson's going to run this one across midfield. Bulldogs can set offensively. Drops it for McLaughlin. Van Luling. Kyriakos for Chiappetta. Keo Kyriakos. Ferrucci. Thomas Ferrucci putting a shoulder to players as he barrels through. And a long distance shot goes long. Spencer Peters will pick this one up. And Peters and Chiappetta from X. Spencer Peters thought about it. That one came across, and Declan Di Prospero puts it on the deck. Chiappetta. Kyriakos. Kyriakos in the bounce shot. Skips. So Peters from the backside, inside of 3 left to go here in the half now. Van Luling. Frucci. Di Prospero. Van Luling. Van Luling tries to cut in from about 10 out. Switch play and still cannot get the top corner. Good shot from Chiappetta. Loose ball. Will come to midfield. Be scooped up and dropped. Purcell. Purcell gets dropped down, and timing violation called on Brown as they did not get it into the offensive third in time. Inside of 2 left to play here in the first half. Van Luling. Pulowski. Bulldogs would like to get 1 on the board here in this first 30. Cutting inside was Van Luling. Ball popped free. Scooped up by the Bears. It will get dropped out. That one's loose. And that's going to be Brian Ball as they try to transition in the backside. Did not work in favor. Spencer Peters. Forced at the line, Gardner. Timeout called. And it's timeout called by Bryant with 55 seconds left until the half. And the Bulldogs are going to try to see if they can set something up here offensively. It's been Brown from the open, 3-0. We'll take a quick commercial break. Be right back. You're watching NCLL Lacrosse on Fans Only Sports Network.
Game On mouthguards. Game On mouthguards have superior shock absorbency, are impervious to viruses and bacteria, and also is the only mouthpiece ever to earn the American Dental Association's seal of acceptance.
.55 seconds left to go here until the half. Bryant searching for their first goal of the game as they trail the Brown Bears 3-0 in this NCLL Game of the Week. As the season comes to a close, 2 top 10 teams in Division II. The number 4 Brown Bears, the number 7 Bryant Bulldogs. Kyriakos. Kyriakos, little stutter step there, tried to get a pick from Pesci. Kyriakos still with it. Kiriakos tries to dive across the net. Save made by Landon as the ball popped straight up, and it'll bounce around. 30 seconds left to go here in the half. Good pickup as Pesci has it. Goes right up front. Spin off from Consiglio. 15 seconds from distance. That one saved again as the attempt from Peters. And we'll go to the net, and that, for all intent and purpose, will be the half. We reached the end of the first half of play. 30 minutes in. Brown 3. Bryant searching for a goal. We'll take some of the halftime break and be right back. You're watching NCLL Lacrosse on Fans Only Sports Network.
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
First try kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Back on the NCLL Game of the Week, 3-0 for the number 4 Brown Bears as they lead over the number 7 Bryant Bulldogs. Daniels and Dolphin have been the two premium players for the Brown Bears. Bryant's got to get an answer here in the final 30 if they want to try to pull this game off right before the playoffs. We'll see it for the second half coming up.
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
There's by a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
There's by a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across.
Back here for quarter number 3. Bulldogs still searching for that first goal. Brown got 3 in the first half. The number 4 team leading the number 7 team on tonight's Ncll Game of the Week. And the Bears will get the offensive start here in the third. 15-minute running clock quarters. We'll stop and start with inside of the final 2 if it's within a 2-goal differential. Official time is on the field, so ours is an estimate. As there you see Sultan Daniels, one of the 2 goal scorers for the Bears. Drop that underneath for Dolphin. And wrap that one back up top for Daniels. Pick play from O'Hayan. Dolphin and Azar on the back line as Dolphin brings this one from X. Dolphin trying to see if he can cut inside. No, as there's good defense there from the 39. Shot wide. I have 2 39s on the roster. Anthony Aguinoni and Jet Carney. Not sure who's wearing the 39 tonight. Connor Purcell. Good save there from Hall. And Purcell picks this one back up. Long distance attempt saved by Hall. Trying to go for the second was Daniels and Dolphin. And this one's going to get popped out of the stick and carried across midfield. Brian Wildman, loose ball, still loose. And it's loose right in front of the crease now. Pick back up, shot, score! Tanner McLaughlin finds the loose ball and puts the Bulldogs finally on the board. And the Bulldog student section into a nice little frenzy as the home side has broken the bagel and they're on the board 3-1 here in the third. A 3-spot from the Bears in the first half. Can Bryant put a 3-spot here in the second? Face-off will be won by the Bulldogs, picked up by Ben Fine. Fine will get that for LaValle. Blaze LaValle will set this one out. LaValle. Wrapped around for Fulowski. Spencer Peters. Fulowski. Stutter step. Fulowski. Save made by Landon. Ackerman. Kyriakos against Ackerman. Nowhere for him to go. Miles Dolphin. That's with Simon Azar on the back line. Dolphin. Very close to the circle there. Sends it for Connor Purcell. Purcell all the way up top for Ackerman. Dolphin. Purcell. Back up top once again, this time for Daniels. Daniels cuts inside. Daniels tried to dunk that one, and it bounces up over top of everyone, and Connor Purcell will chase it to the back line. Purcell. Put it on the deck. Save made by Hall. Save made by Hall. And the pickup is Gardner defensively for the Bulldogs. Loose ball, Kyriakos can pick that one up and set things in the offensive zone. Consiglio works with Kyriakos and Peters along with the 4 of LaValle. Ex-player is the 30 of McLaughlin. Consiglio. Stutter step from Consiglio looking to try to shake and bake, and that one hit the side of the net. Loose ball on the clearance play. Out of play. Bulldogs ball. From the face-off on the goal. Apologies for the video issue there. It looks like our video signal got frozen. Eight and change left to go here in the third. A whistle and a goal scored. They're saying, Brown's saying it's a goal. Bryant is trying to look around. We had conversation about this one, but I think they're going to say the goal's going to stand. Four 4-1 Bears. Seven and a half left to go here in the third. Kicked, raked, and scooped up by Wildman. Gardner will start that one out. Wrap around from Pesci. Put that one on the deck. May have hit the backside of his own teammate. As McLaughlin right in the way. Still loose ball. Peters is going to scoop this one up. He will right before the line. Pulowski up top as he settles that one with Wildman. Pulowski on the backside of the one of Ackerman. As he goes long distance to O'Hayan. Ethan O'Hayan. O'Hayan just gets absolutely leveled. That was a huge hit. And he's going to call for a substitution. So O'Hayan will take a moment to get himself in order. Daniels. Ash. Back for Daniels once again as Daniels tries to cut in from up top. Daniels shot. That one goes long of Hall, chasing it for the line. There's a 12 of Wilson. I'm going to say Dolphin further back. 5 left to go here in the third. Purcell. Check that. It's the one of Ackerman. For Purcell. And around on the 9 of Azar. Almost over top of Purcell. Purcell, that's very close to the crease line. Dumps that one right along the side of the net, and Hall will trap it down. Pass a little bit too high. Still bounces around. Bryant fans wanting an offsides call. They don't get it, but the Bulldogs do pick up the ball. Van Luling can start this one out offensively. Giappetta. 3 and change to the end of the third. Bulldogs finally got on the board in this period. Giappetta. 27 of Consiglio as they come back up top. Pesci. Leverone. Leverone again. Pesci from the corner. Inside cut, and Consiglio pulled the trigger, didn't have a full hold on the ball. Daniels. And a good hit from Aiden Hill. Dispossessed the ball, but it scoots down and it's picked back up. Try to go 1-2 was Purcell, and they're going to say Bulldogs ball. Stepped on the crease, finally got called. Hill plucked that one out of midair. Here in the final 2 3/4. Inside, contact to the head, not called there as Pulowski was cutting across. Pulowski on the back line. Bulldogs ball. Kyriakos. Peters. Side cut from Pesci. Peters Long distance from Chiapetta, and that one may have gotten a piece of the post. They're going to say brown ball. Kyriakos was the back position player. Got a piece of the post, we thought. As Hill is just going to scoop that one up on the bounce. Loose ball raked off of the field there by Van Luling. And the Bulldogs offense can go to work, one and change. They do have the fourth quarter, but a little bit of intensity here to the end of the third might be helpful for the Bulldogs. Consiglio in the final minute to play here in the third. Consiglio's side of the net. Got to watch the clear here from the Bears. It's been a loose clear the past couple of times. Still loose again. Trapped and the player going down, flicked back out, and the Bulldogs pick this one up again. Consiglio has it. 35 seconds to the half. Shot there from Peters, and that will go long. Apologies, 35 seconds to the end of the third. 25 seconds. Kyriakos quickly from the backside line. Kyriakos spins around. Kyriakos attempt to shoot. No. And then Brown will try to clear this one all the way out. It will come down in the final seconds to go. And that is a big hit put on the 8 of Miles Dolphin at the end of the quarter. Through 3, still a 3-goal lead. Brown Bears 4, Bryant Bulldogs 1. Fourth quarter to come. You're watching Ncll Lacrosse on Fans Only Sports Network.
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
In, fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
In, fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the
4-1 to the number 4 Brown Bears as we get started here in the fourth quarter of action. Thanks for tuning in on the Ncll Game of the Week. You can catch tonight's game also available on demand. Fans Only Sports. It's fansonly.sports.com/NCLL. And if you did not catch the Hudson Hellfire Fairfield Stags game from a couple of weeks ago, you can also check that game available on demand as well. Both the Hellfire and Stags have had great seasons since that Battle Royale game that they had. On the deck, hard shot, score! Brian Wildman and Kyriakos combine. And it's 4-2. And Wildman's got a big face-off here. Scooped up by the Bears. Loose ball as they were trying to get that one for Daniels. Still loose ball, and it's picked up by Frucci. Frucci drives right in. Go to X with Kyriakos. Kyriakos got hit hard right across the thigh, and he's limping a little bit. Frucci rolled it across. Van Luling on the deck, and that one deflected off of somebody from Frucci. Spencer Peters for the Bulldogs. Peters, a little hitch step. Peters tries to go wrap around open on the back door, and he couldn't complete that one. He was looking for McLaughlin. Tapped by and they're going to say Brown ball. Daniels. And Daniels will get this one across midfield. Sets with Connor Purcell. Brown is going to eat time off the clock here in this fourth with the 2-goal lead. Shot, score from Purcell. And Purcell pushes this one back to a 3-goal lead at 5-2. Face off back here at center. Wildman for the Bulldogs has been the Fogo guy for most of the game. Wildman's going to win another one there as he battled against Ethan O'Hayan. Bulldogs on offense, 11 left to go. Peters from X as he's shoved from behind. Trying to come across for Kyriakos. This one's going to scoot all the way to the back. And it's going to be an over and back. Picked up by Purcell. Purcell for O'Hayan. Sultan Daniels. Daniels. O'Hayan. O'Hayan. Purcell. And the Bears will loop this one all the way around. Dolphin on the backside line. Back up top for Daniels. Daniels tries to curl through. Daniels from distance, save made by Hall. Hall quick to clear that one out as he gets it right onto the stick of Gardner. Gardner will get it across midfield. Bulldogs need to get into the box. And they will, as Kyriakos had to go up the ladder to get that one. Kyriakos. Loose ball comes all the way back across midfield, picked up by Purcell. Purcell right in. Purcell knuckleball score. That one just floated with no spin on it. to the back corner. (6-2) 4-goal lead, largest of the game for the Bears. So Wildman against O'Hayan again from center. And now we're well away as Wildman's going to pick this one up. Wildman. 2 players on him. Wildman's still going. Flag's going to fly. Wildman's going to get knocked down and his helmet's going to get knocked off. The Bryant student section of our broadcast right, not exactly happy about that call, and we won't repeat what exactly was said on air. And the question is, did not see a signal from the referee regarding the penalty. We're going to assume it was locked in. That was a major penalty infraction in normal circumstances. Bulldogs have the man advantage. Falowski. Consiglio. Chased by Chiappetta, and somehow they call the Brown goaltender, Landon, in better position than Chiappetta. .34 is Jake Breeny, and that one goes long. Then Hall. Van Luling. Pesci. Pulowski. Pulowski from distance. And Peters will chase this one back. Timeout called by Bryant. 6.5 left to go here in the fourth.
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Comes in, fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
(6-2) Bears over the Bulldogs. 6.5 left to go here in the fourth. Spencer Peters will pick this one up in the back corner to start for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs needing goals and goals aplenty. They want to pull this game back. Peters. Pulowski. Wildman. Kyriakos. From the edge, looking for one with Chiappetta. Shot, score from the 27 of Jason Consiglio, and it's 6-3. They need one more to try to get within the timing rule. If they can get it to 6-4, they'll have stoppage clock in the final 2 minutes. Face-off free will be picked up by the Bears. O'Hayen with the win. O'Hayen there battled by Van Luling, 26 on 26. For Sultan Daniels. Daniels across the line, and they'll call it. The over and back called. As Sultan Daniels stepped on the opposite side of the line, Billy Gardner starts this out for the Bulldogs. Right inside for Kyriakos. Kyriakos scores! Bang, bang! From the 46 of Billy Gardner to the 92 of Keo Kyriakos. And it's now 6-4. Now we're inside of the time rule. That might be the help for Bryant. But Billy Wildman here can help them out even further. Brian Wildman can help them out further on the face-off. Push from behind, no call. Still a loose ball, pushed off. And it's scooped up by Frucci. Thomas Frucci off to the races for the Bulldogs. Frucci trying to send that one across for Gardner. Loose ball, Gardner picked it up. Peters has it. Frucci inside. Frucci looking, shot. Bounced right up of the edge of Landon. 3 and change. Peters, all kind of pressure on O'Hayen. Gets it off to Daniels. Dolphin gets that one inside. Dolphin and Azar, along with Connor Purcell, work the back line. Wraparound play, shot, and it goes long. Daniels will pick it up. Approaching that 2-minute mark.
Press out. You got a double.
Daniels pushed. Daniels is out of the box. Second time they've got the over and back call. As this time they got Daniels out of the offensive box. Wildman. Peters. No hit called there by the referees. Van Luling on the inside. Peters is going to chase this one to the line. Brown ball. Well, this game certainly has had everything we expected out of two top 10 teams. And both of these sides are going to be in dogfights for the playoffs. Or a dogfight for the Bulldogs and a bear fight for Brown. Keep your eyes peeled on these two sides. Across the back line. And Riley Wilson a little gimpy on the play. Inside of the final 2. Official time is the referee's time on the field. Bounce shot goes long. And there's going to say Bryant ball. They get this one for McPherson. McPherson's got to work quickly here as they get one to De Prospero. Loose ball. Kyriakos will get it inside of the final minute. Kiriakis, McPherson. And that one is saved by Landon. And the Bears can carry this one out. Brini. And a huge hit on the 26 of Van Luling against Brini. And that's it. We've reached the end of the game. 6-4, the Brown Bears, the number 4 side, have held on to win victory over the number 7 seed Bryant Bulldogs and a little bit of Rhode Island bragging rights. We're going to take a quick break here on Ncll Sports Network. We're going to try to see if we can grab a couple of players for postgame. You're watching Ncll Game of the Week on Ncll Sports Network.
The ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
The ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
The ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
And fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Gonna try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
The ball's loose.
Game of the week, post-game show, and the Brown over the Bryant Bulldogs.
Yeah, so we're just a little short on numbers, so our biggest thing was just trying to possess the ball. So yeah, we're just happy to get the ball moving around. One of our attackmen got a concussion recently, so we were down in attackmen. We had subs. They stepped up. Good ball handling, which is great team offense. So I'm very happy with how we played.
When you how difficult.
You know, I got a good set of D in front of me. I feel like I could see a lot of them. A lot of the ones that were screened ended up being blocked by, guys like Brini and, Pete. They're just a bunch of dogs. So it felt pretty comfortable. I felt good. It's just honestly a good game.
You want to. How do you change the mindset from the regular season to the postseason?
The biggest thing is just getting people to practice, getting people to games, just everyone buying in. The last, so like finals are coming up too, so just buying in lacrosse, buying in the classroom, and just trying to bring our A game to all the games. So
regional playoffs to deal with before nationals, obviously not always is. Penn State in the national championship game. Regional.
We're just going week by week. I think we got UMass next week, so we just got to focus on that, and then we're on to regionals. So I think just going incrementally and just focusing on what we need to get better at.
Thank you guys for the game tonight. Congratulations on the win. That'll do it for us here on the NCLL Game of the Week. Brown Bears hold on to the number 4 spot as they win tonight over the Bryant Bulldogs. We'll see you soon.
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right, throws it back in the end zone, intercepted in the back of the end zone.
Comes in, fires, deflected, no, rebound, score!
The handball shot off the post, score!
Let's try a kick, goes in!
Taken away on a stretcher, shot, score! Cornell down the field, end zone! That is a touchdown!
And oh, the ball's loose. He'll cough it back up, and he'll get across for the touchdown.
Rodriguez rolls out to his right.